The RØDECaster Video S has completely replaced my ATEM Mini Pro, which was the backbone of the multicam setup here in the studio. This device has also made my Zoom H6 redundant, which is an audio recorder I've been using for the past 3 to 4 years to capture audio from my Sennheiser MK416 for my YouTube talking head videos. It has completely improved my workflow and made things smoother. But why is that? Let's roll the intro. For years, I've had the Blackmagic ATEM Mini Pro serving me both here in the studio and outside the studio for podcasts, YouTube videos, live streams and multi-camera setups. And to be fair, the ATEM Mini Pro has been very handy for what it can do. Being able to view multiple camera angles and handle live streaming was a big deal when I first got it. However, over time, I started to realize that it lacked some essentials. These are the things that as a creator really matter to me, and they're things I'm very happy to now be able to do with the RØDECaster Video S. Now, because of that, I've officially retired my ATEM Mini Pro, and honestly, I'll probably just sell it off soon. For a bit of context, when I record my YouTube videos, all of my audio is captured using my Sennheiser MK416, which is directly connected to my Zoom H6 portable recorder. Now, because the MK416 requires phantom power to operate and the Zoom H6 runs on 4 AA rechargeable batteries, I was constantly recharging batteries just to keep everything running. Once the audio was recorded, I then had to bring it into my editing suite, sync it manually with the video, and then process the audio separately in post. The same workflow applied to my podcast recording here in the studio. The audio from both the host and the guest microphones will be sent straight into the Zoom H6, while at the same time I'm running 3 cameras capturing the wide shot and close-ups of both the host and the guest. That setup worked, but it wasn't efficient and it definitely wasn't streamlined. There are already quite a few videos on YouTube that dive deep into the specifications of the RØDECaster Video S, so I'm not going to turn this into a full spec sheet breakdown. But very quickly, the Video S is a more compact and more affordable version of the original RØDECaster Video, while still delivering around 90% of the functionality for less than half the price. It features 3 HDMI inputs that you can use for cameras or computers, along with a USB-C input that can be used for webcams or even USB-C microphones. It also allows you to stream and record directly without needing a computer connected. I have the RØDECaster here. I have this mic connected to my mic input 2, or the second XLR. I have my Sennheiser MK416, which is out of frame, connected to the first XLR. I have a headphone connected. I also have camera 1, which is a wide angle, or my usual camera angle for YouTube videos, connected via HDMI 1. So that's one if I press 1 on my switcher. And then number 2 is the close-up, which is a 75mm lens on my S1 II. For camera 3 is a camera you see right here, the S5 2X from Lumix, and that's all for camera input. But I have scenes which we'll talk about later in this video. The RØDECaster Video S is NDI capable, which means you can add video sources over Wi-Fi or Ethernet without plugging in a single HDMI cable. You can even use your iPhone as a wireless camera source. You're also able to create different scenes and switch between them live, and the unit includes an integrated audio mixer with intelligent audio switching, which can change camera angles based on who is speaking. So let's be very clear here. The Video S is not just a video switcher, it's a compact, only one video and audio production console that combines live switching, audio mixing, streaming and recording in one device. This thing generally feels like a full production hub. Alright, I just recently talked about the scene builder. I have some presets and an image set. So what I'll do is, if you can see from the camera here, there is A, B, C, D, E, and I'll show you how I've set mine up. A is camera 1 and 2, so that's camera 1 and that's camera 2. While B is wide of camera 2 enlarged, and then camera 1 squeezed up at the top. While C is all 3 cameras, camera 1, 2, 3, and you can see how it's split it very nicely. While D is camera 1 and the image I've put into the RØDECaster Video S. While it is just image alone, I can change these scenes, I can change them anyhow I want, but this is how I've set them, and this is how I usually will use them when I'm podcasting or mixing multiple cams and even live streaming. So back to camera 1, which takes away the scene and just focuses on camera 1. So camera 1 camera 2, and camera 3. So let's go back to camera 1 and continue this. For my YouTube recordings, podcast production, and even outdoor setups, what I really love is I no longer need an external audio recorder. I don't have to wrestle with audio in post just to get things sounding right. Now, since I just mentioned audio, I have paired my Rode Wireless Micro, or connected my Rode Wireless Micro to the RØDECaster, which only works if I use a USB-C port, which is a one that says computer or mic. So I have the receiver connected there. In case you can't see, well, I'll show you guys as a B-roll. And I'll just put the wireless micro. So the audio you're hearing me now is from the wireless micro. And I'll attach it on my chest. And just to show you that I have it set up, I will click here and I'll go left. And I set that as USB 4. So I'll mute it now. It's muted. All I had to do was press to hold to mute, and I'll mute it. And then I have the wireless micro, which is just here. I'll hold it. It's already paired to the RØDECaster Video. I'm telling you, this thing is easy to do. And to show you that I have that connected, I would click there to go to wireless. So wireless 1 is my Rode Wireless Pro. And you can connect the second transmitter of the Rode Wireless Pro to wireless 2 if you'd want. And if I click, you can click and hold to unmute. So it's the same thing that works with the wireless micro. And if I remember correctly, the Rode Wireless Pro, the Rode Wireless Go 2, and I think the Rode Wireless Me can be connected wirelessly or can be paired wirelessly with the RØDECaster Video S. While the Rode Wireless Micro has to be connected via receiver to the Rode Wireless console or the RØDECaster console. And I think that's because the Rode Wireless Micro has no buttons to link or to pair or unpair the transmitters. So that's how it works. And I'll put away the Rode Wireless Micro, the Rode Wireless Pro, just to let you guys know. So I have this mic connected to XLR2. I have my Sennheiser NK416, which is out of frame, connected to XLR1, camera 1 there, camera 2, camera 3, and I'm recording everything to a USB-C and SSD. That's SSD, which is connected and recording all 3 camera angles, all audio into the SSD, and I can mix or use it in post. The only thing to note is that it doesn't support 4K output via the HDMI or via the SSD, which would have been great. Right on the Video S itself, I can fine-tune my audio exactly to my taste, and I'll show you. So if I click here and go to combo 1, which is my Sennheiser MK416, if I press the settings gear icon, you can see that I have it as type P48, and that's because it's a condenser mic. So I'll come back and I can increase the volume if I want and reduce it to my taste. And if I click back, I can go into combo 2, which is this mic here, and I can click into it and adjust the intensity or bring it down, or click into settings and adjust the intensity there, or take it down to 46 decibels. And you can see that's a dynamic mic. And you can connect a line in an instrument. So if I go back to home and I click there, you can also add channels, but I just want to show you guys the different audio channels you can add. XLR 1 and 2, which are combo 1 and 2. Sounds, if you want to add sound effects. Bluetooth, if you want to pair via Bluetooth audio. USB 1, USB 2, USB and wireless mic 1, wireless mic 2, and USB 4, which is the Rode Wireless Micro. And if I go back to combo 1, which is the Sennheiser MK416, I can fine-tune. So I can fine-tune these different settings, or I can just leave them the way it is. I already set them where I like it. So that's it for the audio settings. Now to wireless connectivity and flexibility. The RØDECaster Video S also has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi built into it, which means you can shoot without a computer as long as you have wireless internet connection available. And I'll show you. So if I click settings right there and I go to device, and go into network, you can see that I do not have a LAN cable connected, so it's disconnected. And you can see my Wi-Fi with my with the network name. And I can also see the IP address and the Ethernet that is not active. So I'll click home to come out of that. This significantly reduces the amount of cabling hanging off the back of the device. There's also a built-in caller feature, which is perfect if you're running a live podcast or talk show. This allows callers to phone in live, very similar to what you see in traditional radio productions. You can also add video sources over Wi-Fi or Ethernet, and again, you can even use your iPhone as a wireless camera if you want to. This here really is a one-box solution that brings video switching, audio production, streaming, and recording together in one place. Now, one thing I really appreciate is the ability to record a full final program mix, record separate video tracks, and capture individual audio channels all at the same time. That level of flexibility can be extremely helpful in post-production, especially if you want more control during editing. Now, the RØDECaster Video S will set you back $499 at the time of making this video, and in the box is the console, power supply, a super speed USB-C to C cable, and documentation. Now, before you rush out and buy one, there are a few limitations I want to completely be honest about, and these are things I would personally love to see improved in a future upgrade of this device. First of all, the RØDECaster Video S maxes out at 1080p. While the audio quality is excellent, I would love to see 32-bit float audio included. One of the biggest things for me would have been the ability to generate project files or XMLs that could be imported directly into DaVinci Resolve. That would have been the icing on the cake for me. Another thing I would love to see is 2 additional physical audio inputs. They don't have to be XLR, maybe 3.5mm input would have been useful. If your goal is to simplify your multi-camera setup like what I'm doing here, live streaming workflow, and post-production process, the RØDECaster Video S gets you there most of the way, with far less complexity and much better integrated audio control. For creators who don't absolutely need 4K output or a huge number of inputs, this device can easily become your main switcher and audio mixer. If this video was helpful or you enjoyed watching, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to more real tech reviews. If you have any comments or questions, let me know in the comment section below. I've left links to where you can purchase the RØDECaster Video S down in the description. It's your Filmmaker. I'll see you in the next one. God bless and peace.